God gave the land of Judah into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, because his people had been disobedient to him. King Nebuchadnezzar had some of the members of the royal family and of the nobility taken to Babylon as well. Among these were 4 friends: Daniel, whom they called Belteshazzar, although this isn't his story; Hananiah, whom they called Shadrach; Mishael, whom they called Meshach; and Azariah, whom they called Abednego. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were appointed by Nebuchadnezzar over the affairs of the province of Babylon, which basically means they were in charge. Now that made some of the other officials jealous because these men were Jewish exiles. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 27 meters high and 2.7 meters thick, and made a decree that everyone in the entire kingdom had to bow down to it when they heard music playing. Whoever would not fall down and worship the image would immediately be cast into a burning, fiery furnace. So when the music played, all the people, nations, and languages fell down and worshiped the golden image. Everyone, that is, except Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When the other officials saw this, they ran to the king and said,
"O king, live forever! Have you not made a decree, O king, that whenever the music plays, everyone must bow down and worship the golden image? And whoever doesn't must be thrown into a burning fiery furnace?"
Well, they didn't wait for an answer because, of course, they knew it was true.
"Well, king, look at these Jews that you have put in charge, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They pay no attention to you. They do not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up."
Nebuchadnezzar was furious and immediately commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought before him. When they arrived, the king said,
"Is it true, gentlemen, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image that I have set up? I'll give you a second chance, and when you hear the music, you will bow down and worship the golden image, fine. But if you do not worship, you shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. And who is the God who will deliver you out of my hands?"
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king,
"Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If this happens, our God whom we serve is absolutely able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But even if he doesn't, O king, please understand that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up."
Nebuchadnezzar was filled with rage, and he ordered that the 3 men be bound and thrown into a burning fiery furnace. In his fury, he also ordered that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than normal. It was so hot that the men who threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in were immediately killed by the flames. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were thrown bound into the furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he quickly stood up. He said to his counselors,
"Didn't we cast 3 bound men into the fire?"
They answered and said,
"True, O king."
Then he replied,
"But I see 4 men unbound, walking in the middle of the fire. They are unharmed, and the appearance of the 4th is like the son of the gods."
Then the king went near to the door of the burning fiery furnace and called out,
"Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out and come here."
Then they came out of the fire. They weren't burned at all, and they didn't even smell like smoke. Nebuchadnezzar said,
"Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has delivered his servants who trusted in him, and didn't do as I commanded, but rather allowed themselves to be thrown into the furnace, rather than serve or worship any god except their God. I make a decree: any people, nation, or language that speaks anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be killed, and their houses pulled down, for there is no other God who is able to rescue in this way.
Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Babylon.